Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today's layout is one of my youngest babe, and she is smiling and looking very pretty in this picture, and I needed to scrap it ASAP. So I couldn't decide originally when I started this layout whether I wanted to use a black and white 5x5 or whether I wanted to use a color 4x6. So ultimately, after toying with both pictures for a bit, I end up going with the colored 4x6. And I think I made the right choice for this layout. So I'm starting off with the Cocoa Daisy kit. And this is the October 2016 kit. And I was asked to be a guest designer, if you haven't seen my unboxing video for them for the month of October, and I am super excited because their kits are great. They're full of paper and embellishments, and I've had a lot of fun working with them. So I decide, oops, I decided I'm going to use that wood grain paper that comes in the collection, in the kit, and it's kind of like a blonde wood plank flooring, and it's really cool, and I really liked it. And so now I'm just going through the day in the life cards, and those come in 4x6 and 3x4s, and the one that I chose, on one side it's pink, the other side it's blue, and both sides say everyday stories or something like that. You can see it better in the pictures. I just can't see it because my image that I'm looking at right now is pretty small. Yeah, so I decided also to use the tissue paper that came in the collection, I keep saying collection, in the kit as a layering piece. And so it's just a simple black and white, it's actually a white piece of tissue paper with black polka dots. And I thought it fit really well. And the papers I decided to go with are in aqua and this salmony kind of pink color. And I pull out a doily from my stash, and because I felt like the hardness of the hardwood, was a little much for this layout because it's of my little one, and I wanted it to be a little more dainty for the most part. So I decided to pull out a doily from my stash, and this is a rather big one. I would say that this one probably measures about, I don't know, 6 or 8 inches across, and it's just something I picked up at a random, probably a dollar store that I went to. I don't know which one now, but there's quite a few in my area, so I must have gotten it from one of those. So very simple. And so I've done all my layering, and I've attached the doily, and now I'm using the white tag that you see there. So the collection comes with 2 tags. It comes with a light blue one, and it comes with a white one, and both have the reinforcers, which is nice. But in this case, you can't see my reinforcer. It's just there. It's behind the cut up card that I used. So now I'm going through the Chamel Go Now Go collection pack. Oh, I put it down. The thickers. Okay, I guess I'm going to start on my title. So the title that I end up going with are Happy Girls Are Pretty Girls. And I have to say that as similar as my 2 little ones look, personality-wise, they are complete and polar opposites. My oldest, I could not get her to look at a camera. I could not get her to smile for a camera. And even now, she will never look at the camera. She smiles, but she won't look at it. So her eyes never meet the camera face on. It's just, that's her personality. And when I do get a good shot of her, it's like, because I've taken 1,000 pictures already, and that's the best one. So this child here is always smiling. This child here is always looking. She'll pose. She's 5 months old and is such a poser. So I just love snapping pictures of her, and because she gives me the best faces, you know. She's never looking away. She's always looking at me. So I pull out some of the ephemera from the Echo Park Fall is in the Air collection. And there is a piece that says, it's an aqua piece that says happy. So I'm going to use that as part of my title. At this point, I really don't know how I'm going to use it. I know that I want it to be part of my title though. That's why it's face down. It's actually got glue on it and I didn't end up using it. Right away, I should say. I do end up using it, just not right away. So what am I doing right now? I'm fussing. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, okay. So I'm going to make little banners out of the stickers that come in the Chamel Go Now Go collection. So there's a yellow set and there's a blue set, and I just folded them around some toothpicks, and I end up originally I didn't use any adhesive, and I realized that they were starting to come undone, and in my head I was like, well, this is going to be a disaster because once I put it in my book, it's going to come apart. So I end up going back and gluing with some wet glue just to make sure that they were secure and that they weren't going to open up. So you can already see on screen that they're starting to open up, that they are opened up pretty much. So I also go and I grab one of my epoxy pieces. They're 1-inch epoxy circles, and so I grabbed one of those and I just cut a 1-inch circle with a paper punch out of the pattern paper, and I'm going to use that as a flare. So I just basically made a custom flare out of the designer paper that I wanted to incorporate. So I end up going with the same coral kind of colored pattern paper that I used in part of my layering. I just found that it kind of got hidden a bit in all my layering, so it needed to speak to me a little more. Yep. So there I am. I'm gluing down more of the layers because in folding the tissue paper, I realized that there were many layers that weren't glued together. So I have to tell you that the thickers that I use are called Good Vibes, and they are that black vinyl kind of looking puffy sticker that you see to the right. And those are fun, and those are, you know, pretty standard. You could use those on anything. So I was happy that those came in the collection because it made my title making a little easier. So there I just cut a frame in half, and I'm using it as part of my layer as well. I needed another pop of yellow since at the bottom I used a sticker that resembles like washi tape, and I put it at the bottom of the picture there. I just needed another pop of yellow to make my, to add it in my third place. So I have the little banner that's yellow, I have the washi tape that's yellow, and I also have that frame that's sticking out as a layer in the top right corner of the picture. So now I'm working on my frame. I'm not working on my frame. I'm working on my title. Jeez, Lina. And so it's going to say, happy girls are pretty girls. So I wasn't liking the way I was placing that happy die cut. I ended up putting that on foam. So I was lucky that I ended up using the wet glue because I was able to move it around until I was happy with where it was. I also pulled out some October Afternoon mini markets, so I used two. I used blue and cream, and I used teal and cream. And so both of those colors are complementary to all the papers that are in the collection and the stickers that are in the kit as well. Stickers and embellishments. So it's perfect. So I'm just working on my title here. Should have cut some of this out for you guys. I always say no one wants to watch me put a title, and for some reason I did not remove some of it. So I'm going to create another little cluster where the title is there. So where I put down that little yellow heart, it's going to come up like it just did. And I'm going to add a couple other pieces just to make it a little bulkier and to give it a little more substance and a little more, make it a little more heavier in weight, because the um, heart alone was not working for me. So I ended up cutting a piece of banner out of the sticker and putting down 2 hearts. So one is a pink heart and one is a yellow heart, and so now it has a lot more substance. The matte enamel dots also come in the kit, and they are super pretty. I end up using the aqua ones, and I love them. They're so pretty. And lastly, I just pulled out some black dye ink, and I'm going to do some splatters. And this came together rather quickly, this layout. And, you know, it's very simple. It is nothing, nothing special and, you know, nothing over the top, but it's got layering, and it's got, you know, some pretty aspects and some daintier aspects and some, you know, more masculine aspects with the wood grain paper. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching my video and will join me again for a few more. Thank you so much. Take care, guys. Bye.